Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today in the No Hope State we'll be going into the Cove to fight the Drowned Crew. One of the last bosses we'll be fighting in the Cove. The other boss that we may be fighting later on is a wandering boss that takes very specific mechanics and very specific conditions to fight, so I'm not sure we'll be getting to them. So this may be the last boss in the Cove that we will be fighting, which means, well, we're getting closer and closer to finishing this. Which has been one heck of a challenge that I've had a lot of fun with so far. So today we'll be going in with kind of a marking team, a marking team and a debuffing team, let's put it that way. We're going to be starting off with Sahara the Duelist, and her main job is just to use aggressive stance to do plus damage received to whatever target I want, and if I need her to, use flesh to finish things off. That's about it. For her trinkets, we have the Iron Thunder, just because I kind of like this trinket. So this does plus damage and plus crit on all melee skills. All of her skills are melee skills. It does minus damage on ranged skills, but we're not using those with her today. And on any melee hit, she also debuffs the target for plus crits received, meaning I'm going to crit them more often, as long as debuffs go off, which we have a good chance of that. Then just buffing her dodge a little bit with the Ancestor's Coat. Next up, we have Lilia the White Priestess. She's going to be our main marker today, that's why she's starting in rank 2. And we're going to be using Abyss Keeper. Otherwise, we're using Knight Captain moving forward, Guardian Nun moving back, gaining a block, blah blah blah. Kind of same thing we've been using most of the campaign so far. For a little bit of a different build on her, I'm actually going to be using Wolf's Tassel. This gives her plus 2 flat damage and plus 2 damage versus anything that's marked. And I don't believe anything in the Cove actually marks, except for if I run into cultists, but it makes it so she also cannot be marked. And then just because I really would like the White Priestess quirk to evolve, we're trying the Luminant Aegis Curio again. And essentially all this does is on any attack hit, she stresses herself out by 5, and if I get a Virtue rather than an Affliction, White Priestess might evolve. And for those of you who might ask, why don't I put a plus Virtue chance trinket on her then? It's because she has a custom Virtue and a custom Affliction, and you cannot set those to plus Virtue chance or plus Affliction chance. They stay at their base chances like pretty much no matter what. So we gotta kind of roll with what we're given there. And because of the estate rules, I had to take the thing out that makes this work as intended, which would de-afflict you very, very quickly. So it's more of a, if we afflict, we afflict, if we virtue, we virtue. I've gotten a virtue on this already, I just didn't have the Luminant Aegis Curio equipped when we did. Next up, we have Silent, our Musketeer. She's going to be using Aim Shot for plus accuracy, crit, and damage versus marked, Piercing Round if I want armor piercing and a little extra damage, Retreating Shot for riposte, and Skeet Shot to bypass and de-stealth enemies and mark them. Her trinkets are the Deadbolt Crossbow. This does plus damage versus mark, and on any range attack hit plus damage for a buff. Then we have the Triple Barrel Teppo on her. This works exactly like Iron Thunder, plus 15% damage versus ranged, plus 15% damage on ranged skills, plus 3 crit range skills, minus 30% damage on melee skills. On any ranged attack hit, plus 6% damage. On any range attack hit, debuff the target for plus 6% crits received. So it's just the ranged version of Iron Thunder. And then we have Misandry. Kind of like Silent here, she's just doing damage versus marked with Sniper Shot, Bola if I want to AoE or something stuck in the first row, Sniper Mark for a mark, and Rallying Flare to bypass and de-stealth or clear stuns. For her trinkets, Wrathful Bandana, this ups debuff chance and ups damage just as a base, and Bedtime Story to up crit and damage versus mark. So realistically, we're going to be destroying anything that's marked, we're going to be debuffing them for plus damage received, and well, we're going to have a lot of fun. So taking a lot of food here, I'm going to take a Yellow Hand because I don't have any scouting, a lot of shovels, anti-venom, bandages, medicinal herbs, and just in case I run into like the Orcadian and anything, let's take a few red seals, and we'll call it good.
While the greedy dogs slept off their revelry, I hexed their anchor with every twisted incantation I could muster, imbuing it with the weight of my ambition and my contempt for their crude extortion. At the witching hour, the anchor pulled with preternatural force, dragging craft and crew down into the depths. They must have cried out, but no sound escaped the swirling black waters.
Alright.
The poor devils, chained and drowning for eternity.
Well, it's gonna be one of two rooms, that's for certain. Let's go.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Only 3 enemies, interesting. We need the musician down. So what we're gonna do is Abyss Keeper the Relict here, so they're marked. Then Knight Captain the musician down.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
And that way, big target down, 1's marked.
Festering fear consumes
And pop.
the mind.
Well, that's a miss. Pop. Umbral Knight into Guardian Nun on the Specter here. That'll give us a little bit of a block just in case he goes before anyone else. Touche, up damage received. Not moving back because I don't have the Instructor Cloak. And then retreating shot for the riposte and just taking him out.
Destroy them all.
Stacking the gold, stacking the food, taking the onyx. We're good. Battle room. Ooh. We want the Admiral down because he can heal. I'm gonna mark him. Then I can't Knight Captain him, so I'm gonna Knight Captain the Anemone. That was the wrong move.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Touche, up damage received. Probably taking the Anemone out.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Retreating shot onto Admiral. Oh, now we can hit the champion pretty easy. Well, that's kind of where I wanted to be. Cool. Up damage received on champion. Marking the champion. Then we're going to take out the Admiral. Miss Andre's where I need her. Anti-venom. Then we're gonna piercing round, so I have some protection, or armor piercing for the protection. Then taking him out. And I guess Bola. I'm guessing the riposte takes it out. Okay, cool.
As victories mount, so too
Use bandage. And we'll just take what we can, leave the rest. Yeah, I don't need deeds anymore. Very nice scout. Torch up. I'm gonna see if I can't de-stress here on Lilia. Because while I do want her to afflict, I don't want her to afflict this early on. Or rather, I don't want her to afflict, I want her to virtue. And that's gonna be a thing to manage, getting her to do that, like, by the boss. What I could do is actually just take the trinket off. And see what happens. Oh, that was the wrong thing to get rid of. I wanted to get rid of the Laudanum. Oh well.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
We can do that then. And this way I can pop it on when I'm closer to the boss. And there's less of a risk of her going crazy.
horror.
If by piercing round I get armor piercing, and I can probably take out the rock clam. Yep.
Executed with impunity.
80 protection, my butt. Up damage received on Anchorman because they can stun us. And heal the other two. I was hoping Lilia would have gone. Just damage on Anchorman. Then we're gonna mark them. Then we're gonna Knight Captain them. That should take it out. Then we're gonna go at Squiffy Gas next.
Even the boldest gaze.
Yikes. Getting our block, damaging the Urchin. They really do not like Silent. Just gonna move back then. Anti-venom. Almost guaranteed to take out Urchin, so I had a 1% chance to miss. And now just Squiffy Gas left. Up damage received. And then Knight Captain.
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
I can take the emerald over the gold for now, not that I need the gold. Default party order, leaving the rest. Don't remember if this works like that. See if I de-stress a little bit then. Alright, cool. That helps actually more than I thought. We're gonna heal on Silent with the anti-venom. Or not. Torch up. Walk into the trap. Yep. Didn't see it. Knew it was there, but didn't see it. Alright, Ouya Savage. Yikes. So take Piranha out in 2 first. Up damage received. Pop it. I can retreating shot onto the Piranha to do some damage to it and get it riposte. Not that it's going to do much good, but then what I can do is probably Abyss Keeper marking the Savage and Umbral Knight the Piranha. Oh, good miss. I was worried about the bleed now that I don't have bandages. Up damage received on the Savage. We're gonna piercing round to go through the protection. And then pop him good. Up to 47 damage before crit. And we do 28. Let's just get rid of a corpse. Moving back. Went for the one with the highest dodge there, thankfully. Good Knight Captain him again. There we go. Lighted for 8, so only need 10 on him. Pierce.
The bigger the beast.
Yeah, sniper shot.
The greater the glory.
Probably want that back if I'm being honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
So we can get rid of the torches. Or at least a set of them. Probably just gonna head to the boss, seeing as how Silent keeps getting bullied here. And leave this room here. Fault order before I forget. Okay. Accuracy, gotcha. So we got up damage received on the Admiral here. Just because he can heal the others, and he has plus crit here, and then plus speed there. They're the pirate crew whole thing there. We are going to mark the Sharpshooter, but then I can do damage to the Admiral. So we're going to do that. I think they still have the whole pirate crew mode. Oh no, that goes away. Piercing round, once again, and then we're going to go at the rock clam. Theoretically, I should take it out.
Another abomination. Cleanse.
Unless I did minimum damage, it was going to go away. Then sniper shot at Sharpshooter. Just sawtooth an enemy left, which, if it did the right move, could have bled us for a little bit. Umbral Knight, Guardian Nun. And that should light it out, so I don't really need to worry about much here. Koala. Man, how many times have I gotten this Coral Vermin now?
Low and driven into the mud.
Healing up Silent again. We're gonna take the Sapphire. Actually, no, we're gonna take the Bus because I still need a few of these. I don't need the Energizing Armlet, plus 30% healing received, and then 30 speed on first round, friendly skill buff, sell for 30 speed. I don't need these on the Leper. It's a nice little gimmick where you can, like, buff yourself so you can do the plus damage skill, and then next turn go first again. And then the Coral Vermin is nice if you have the Pelagic Plague or an Embrace, but I've been purposely avoiding having that. Because of some of the act-outs on this estate, but it is a very good trinket for a very good disease, which feels weird saying because it acts kind of like the Crimson Curse, and I hate the Crimson Curse, but the Pelagic Plague and Embrace is actually really cool. It's just some of the act-outs cause like healing and things like that, so I've been trying to avoid it. And that's like the 4th or 5th time I've seen it on this estate. I've sold a few of them. Hey, Collector! Buddy!
Damned, piled high and cloaked in malice.
This Keeper? I'm really tempted to do Last Rites Knight Captain on him, which should do a lot more damage, accuracy, and crit. Just because they can't do much on round 1. Because Koala, which hit for 28 somehow. I can't up damage received with Touche, but I can Flush.
Well struck.
He's down to 38. And then this just does a plus 3 damage. So I'm going to do Piercing Round. And then I can do Aim Shot at him.
A predator.
Bye-bye.
Often blind to its own peril.
Marking teams own the Collector sometimes. It's kind of hilarious.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
We'll get rid of the Emerald. Don't even need to default party order, I just realized. Okay, not with this fight, but in the treasure room I'm going to re-equip the Luminous Aegis. Okay, Lethal Whelk. Otherwise, this fight's a little nasty, but I think he's going to eat the rest of them? Question mark? We'll have to see.
Powerful blow.
Up damage received. Marking into Knight Captain. I'm gonna piercing round here. And then just outright take out the plated Urchin.
Obliterated.
And I'm gonna see what the lethal Whelk does here with the Abyssal Slater. Because he's gonna guard the Slater, but then Whelk envelops, won't he? Yeah, and then just eat the Slater and heal. I don't need to deal with them. So up damage received again. And then I don't need to deal with the riposte. Cool. Now you're marked. I do more damage to you.
A decisive pummeling.
He's bladed for 10, so he goes down.
For death by inches.
Heal silent. Take what I can. Leave the rest. Equip Lubin and Aegis. This de-stress is a tad, I believe. So I know I'm going for the stress now. But the boss is more likely to afflict me. We want to take the Thrall out. And the plus damage there is likely to help me with that. Next is Occultist because of the stun. Marking the Knight Captain. Drown Sharpshooter next if I can, but I'm probably going to get Barnacle Barriered out of it. I stand corrected. Resisted the bleed too nice. Bowling both of them. So I want to hit the Sharpshooter. Ouchie. You can actually go for the champion there with that little blight, then Guardian Nun takes out the Sharpshooter. We're gonna retreating shot onto the champion. Get the little bit of riposte, not that it matters too much with this. Mark for everyone else, move forward. Hopefully get a plus damage received on them. Plus crits received for sure. And das Pop.
Impressive.
All the crits. Take Comet Shards.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Did scout. I found all the stuff. I'm gonna camp here. Oh no, you know what? I can force an affliction or a virtue with the firewood if I'm careful. So I'm gonna save the firewood until after the boss. So no. Default order. Hi, buddy. Oh boy. Flesh moving forward. Moving back. Piercing round, or retreating shot moving back. And now we're basically in place. Abyss Keeper marking. I have to mark to get rid of that blight. And we Knight Captain moving forward. upping your damage received and hopefully crits. Well, got crits. And let's continue. I don't really need the red seals for this. And, retreating again, I suppose. Kind of glad I put that on silent. I wasn't going to. And I'm like, well, what happens when I accidentally do something with the White Priestess? That's what happens.
Size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Another trapezohedron. Leave the rest for now, default order. Move on along.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of
Use the food.
otherworldly corruption.
Doesn't look like I'm gonna need the key. Little bit of a heal. Torch up. I'm gonna head down to the boss. Hey Fishy, what do you got for me? Don't really think I need the anti-venoms anymore. Torch. Front 3 people get the holy waters. Healing up to the best of my ability. Because I'm going to have 2 hallways back, so 2 food checks essentially. Or 1 and then the firewood. So I don't want to really heal too much with that. And that's gonna be that. Let's go.
Even in death, the captain
Background's so cool.
shouts his orders, and the crew obeys.
Flesh on boss. So silence not in 1. Sniper shot. Nice dodge. Okay. Abyss Keeper into Knight Captain will save last rites. Red Seal for the plus 10% damage, 10 crit. And pop. Yes, stress her out, please. Oh. Well, that hit. Well, I can probably take out the Anchorman pretty easily. Okay, 4 blight on it. You're still gonna go at the crew. Touche on crew. Crew down. Or Anchorman, rather. And use the buff from the red seal still, so sniper shot. Ooh. I'd say that was a bullseye. Thank you for that. Survey says, purified, I got it. I got it. After so much trying, I got it. Okay, so just got to get the crew down. So I just want to show this. Evolves a White Priestess to quirk under special circumstances. White Priestess hasn't evolved yet. I need to finish the fight first. And I'll show what the difference is in just a second. Piercing shot, this ups damage, not just armor piercing. Pop him again. Wasn't expecting crit.
Sailor's death for captain and crew.
Blueprint.
Fitting.
I don't think I need that firewood, but I will go up to the room battle with Akira because I do need to do stuff with her. We'll take the gold over the firewood. So right now what White Priestess does is if you have Blight after the turn, it cures your Blight. Normally it would give you a 3 for 1. I think it's a 3 for 1 3 point per round heal, but it also gives you a 3 point per round horror. And it ups your Blight chance for 25% for the entire battle. So normally what White Priestess does is if you have the Blight after your turn, it will cure any Blight you have. So normally, Ruined One and Blighted will give you a Blight. So it goes very well into the White Priestess quirk itself. And then you'll start the turn with a Blight, or on your turn start gives you a Blight. And then after your turn, it cures the Blight, giving you a 3 per round heal, but also gives you a 3 per round horror. But it gives you a plus 25% Blight chance for the entire battle. And as you can see here, it's evolvable. Now, why hasn't it evolved now that I have met the special circumstance? Because this is how you also evolve the Ruined One. You just have to afflict rather than virtue. You just need to walk a little bit. That's all that you need to do. So, I'm not going to take any of this. I'm going to go up to this room up here. I need to keep adventuring to make sure that this virtues does. And as you can see here, Luminant Aegis Curio shines brightly. Quietus. Prayer Last Rite enabled. So if I wanted to use the Last Rite version of Prayer, which would be an AoE heal rather than just a single target heal. It also buffs the party for a massive amount of damage. Oh, is that really all it did? I think there's other effects, I just had to turn them off. So I'm not sure why I was going for that. But Lilia has it now. So if I wanted to get that buff from Prayer, that's viable to do now. Because plus 100% damage is kind of nice. And it also steals the Blight from everyone, so that can be a game changer. Because remember, that is the wrong button. I hit I. She cures all Blight on the end of her turn, so if the entire party took a Blight from, say, like, I think the Hell Pit Abomination has an AoE Blight, or the, Plague Priest. Everyone got blighted. Someone's on death's door. Last Rite. Prayer. Steal the Blight from everyone. She uses Quietus and gets rid of the Blight. Or, yeah. No one needs it anymore. We're gonna try to get rid of Skittish, I suppose, because I don't want to get rid of Marked by the Flock. So, I mean, it's a very, very powerful thing, and that's how you unlock the Last Rite version of Prayer. It's a very powerful stress heal. And now I don't need to feel bad about using any of this. So let's hit the drowned Anchorman down. I'm going to Last Rite Knight Captain, just for the extra power on it. Then let's Bola, because that does damage to the Sawtooth Anemone and damage to the Anchorman. I want the Anchorman down, because he can stun. Flushing the Sawtooth Anemone. Piercing round into aim shot, and we're going to hit the Urchin.
Eradicated.
And we're just going to have the Swift Ghast left.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Up damage received, up crits received. Marking. Knight Captain on him. And he's got 1 health left. He's got no health left.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Taking the emerald, we're going to take the food, and that's quest complete. This isn't going to do much for me. I wasn't expecting to get that. I kind of just brought that on a whim rather than a different trinket, because realistically all that was doing was stressing me out the entire time. So we did get the Cruise Bell plus 15 accuracy, plus 15 protection if in position 1, and plus 15% stress relief if in position 1. Bleeding Boots, which is plus 4 speed, and on any action you will shuffle yourself. 28,000 gold, which I don't really need gold at this point. A blueprint, 54 crusts, 4 portraits, and 4 busts. Kawasaki's on Lilia. She also got steady, so I will be getting rid of Kawasaki's. Warrenphobe on Silent, so maybe get rid of that. Also, Sunward Adventure. Mediator on Misandry. Natural Swing on Sahar, which is actually really good, but also Tetanus, so we'll be getting rid of that.
Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
So that's 1 more boss down. Kinda surprised at how well that is all going for us, if I'm being totally honest. So something bad probably very, very soon is going to happen. And that is all the bosses in the Cove are down. That leaves the Destroyer from the Stars and the Hag Witch. The Hag Witch has kind of a neat trinket for the Grave Robber, which kind of counts as the scouting trinket and then adds a little oomph to it. So I guess we'll go get that, knock that out of the park, go get the Pounder open and available to us, and we'll go from there in the next episode. And then from there, after the Hag and the Pounder, really all that's left once again is some optional bosses that I'll play around with. I'm not sure we'll get the Destroyer from the Stars, like I said. I'm not sure we're going to get the Neurorion. I'm not sure we're going to get the Night Parade. I'm not sure we're going to get the Talon Matron, the Drowned Captain, or the Beholder boss that has a name that no one is ever going to pronounce. I'm pretty sure no one. But after those 2 bosses, that's what's going to kind of be the thing before we go into the Darkest Dungeon. I will play around a little bit with them if I start losing people really rapidly with no progress, though. It's just going to be the Hag and the Pounder, and then whatever bosses I'm able to get down. So I don't expect to get through all 12 that are left, but we'll see just how many we get through. So just so everyone's aware kind of what is left, but we'll see what happens. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please, have a good one.